If you're holding XRP right now, this might be the most important update you hear all year. We're not just talking about price speculation. We're talking about insider whispers, strategic delays, and a potential regulatory shift that could flip the entire crypto space on its head. If you miss this, you might miss the moment XRP goes from being just another token to something far, far bigger. Let's dive into what's really going on. Hey guys, welcome back to Whiteboard Crypto Update. In today's video, we will talk about XRP future. So be sure to stay focused, as you surely don't want to miss out on this. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads. Please remember, this is not a financial advice video. Right now, XRP is quietly standing on the edge of something massive. Behind closed doors, movements are being made, decisions are being delayed, and discussions are happening that could send the price of XRP soaring. And the signs are everywhere, if you know where to look. Let's start with the SEC. Recently, they pushed back their decision on a highly anticipated XRP spot ETF. While that might sound routine, insiders believe the delay isn't about protocol or paperwork, it's about timing. Specifically, timing it around the Federal Reserve's upcoming interest rate announcement. The theory that the SEC might be holding off on greenlighting the ETF to avoid a sudden spike in XRP's price, at least until they finalize legal dealings with Ripple. Now, here's where it gets wild. Influencers and crypto analysts are floating the idea that the SEC might actually use XRP tokens themselves as part of a settlement deal. Imagine that. The same organization that once called XRP an unregistered security, potentially accepting it as a form of payment. If this theory holds water, it wouldn't just be a legal milestone. It would be a huge stamp of legitimacy. And if you're wondering why they delay an ETF approval in that case, think about this. A spot ETF requires actual XRP to be bought and held. That pushes real demand and spikes price. If the SEC is planning to acquire XRP for settlement, they'd logically want to keep the price low until the deal is done. So the delay could be a strategic move, not a bureaucratic one. Crypto analyst Eleanor Terrett recently confirmed the ETF decision has been postponed to June 17th. Coincidence? Hardly. That's just 2 days before the Fed's rate announcement. If anything big is coming, it's coming soon. And it's not just talk. XRP futures ETFs have already been approved by the SEC. Futures don't require actual XRP, so they don't push up the price directly. But approving those while delaying the spot ETF sends a clear message. The attitude toward XRP is changing. So what's the big picture? Well, some believe XRP could play a far bigger role in the U.S. economy. There are whispers about the government exploring blockchain-backed debt management strategies. Yes, the U.S. government. The theory is that XRP's ledger could be used to tokenize portions of the $34 trillion national debt, transforming the way debt instruments are issued and settled. Even if only a small fraction were implemented through XRP's infrastructure, the price impact would be enormous. And this is why you're hearing bold predictions. $10 XRP with $1,000 XRP, even $15,000. On the surface, those numbers sound ridiculous. But when you dig deeper into how capital flows in crypto, how market cap is often misunderstood, and how scarcity can amplify demand, those predictions become at least worth entertaining. Analysts like John Squire are challenging the idea that market cap is a ceiling. According to him, it's just a formula, price times circulating supply. It doesn't factor in locked coins, long-term holders, or sudden demand. He even pointed to historical data showing that a relatively small influx of investment, $80 million, increased XRP's market cap by billions. That kind of multiplier effect only happens in assets with limited tradable supply and massive potential. Here's the real kicker. The vast majority of XRP isn't even actively traded. It's locked up or being held by committed investors. So when the floodgates open, especially if a spot ETF gets approved, demand could spike while supply remains tight. That's a recipe for a dramatic price increase. But XRP isn't just about price. Its real strength lies in its utility. Unlike meme coins or hype-driven tokens, XRP was built to do something real, move money across borders instantly and cheaply. It's already being used by banks, financial institutions, and payment providers around the world. This gives it not only credibility, but staying power. And institutional trust is growing. Ripple's been mentioned in official documents by the World Bank, the Federal Reserve, and the Bank for International Settlements. That's not speculation, that's recognition. The World Bank even listed XRP as one of the few digital assets capable of upgrading the current cross-border payment systems. Let that sink in. Ripple is also participating in top-tier financial forums and working groups, helping to shape the next generation of global payment infrastructure. Countries like the UAE, Saudi Arabia, the UK, and even Russia are experimenting with Ripple's network. That's not crypto hype, that's geopolitical adoption. This level of institutional involvement creates a feedback loop. As more governments and banks trust XRP, more investors want in. More demand, limited supply, you know where this goes. But the most telling sign that something big is coming? Whale activity. Huge XRP transfers are lighting up the blockchain, with millions of coins moving between anonymous wallets. One transaction alone moved 98 million XRP, worth over $200 million, to a previously inactive address. That's not retail trading. That's either a big investor preparing for long-term exposure or an institution making quiet moves ahead of a coming wave. Some speculate it could be over-the-counter accumulation, buying large amounts without alerting public order books. And this typically happens before major announcements or legal resolutions. Quiet buys, silent setups, big reveals. Well, guys, that's all we have for you today. What are your thoughts on XRP? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. If you guys like this video, then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you don't want to miss out on any new future videos, then be sure to click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification under this video, so that you're notified the next time we upload a video on the latest XRP and cryptocurrency news. Until the next video comes out, you can watch our other videos about XRP or other cryptocurrencies. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again in the next video. Goodbye.